Now, when it comes to body weight, everybody's got some sort of excuse as to why they've obviously put on fat or why they can't lose fat. Sometimes people say that they can't lose weight because of their hormones or because of their genetics or because of this, and this. And the thing is, these things may well affect your ability to lose weight or to lose fat, or have even affected the reason as to why you've put on weight. For example, if you've got quite a lot of ghrelin in your bloodstream, then you might be hungrier than somebody who's got less. If you've got less leptin in your bloodstream, then you might be less satisfied and have a higher appetite than somebody who's got more. But when it comes down to it, when you come down to the core of it, the reason as to why you've put on fat comes down to the fact that you have eaten too many calories relative to what you burn off. So this should be the first point of call that you should be looking at in order to change that. You should be looking at the amount of calories that you're intaking over a regular day, or even more specifically over a regular week, compared to the amount of calories that you've been burning off over the course of a regular day or a regular week. Because ultimately, genetics and hormones, as I said, will maybe have some impact on your ease or your ability to lose weight, but you shouldn't really be focusing on that to begin with. And this actually stems from a question that I got asked on Instagram regarding hormonal imbalance and the foods this person should be eating in order to sort out their hormonal balance, because they believe that's the reason as to why they've put on fat. But this person also didn't really have any idea on the amount of calories that they were intaking versus the amount of calories that they were burning off, and therefore had no clue on whether or not they were in a calorie deficit or a calorie surplus. So you can blame genetics, you can blame hormones on the reason as to why you put on fat and why you find it difficult to lose fat. But ultimately, it will still come down to the fact that you are not creating a calorie deficit. So that's the thing that you need to work on. There's a saying that goes, if you hear hooves outside, like a clippity clop, there's a chance that it could be a zebra. But the likelihood states that it's actual fact it is just a horse. And how you can apply this to fitness or fat loss is, sure, your hormones may be affecting your ability to lose fat, but there's even more of a possibility that it simply comes down to your nutrition. It simply comes down to the amount of calories that you're burning and the amount of calories that you're intaking. So stop trying to think of the complex, complicated reasons as to why you've not lost fat or why you put on fat. Stop thinking that it's down to the fact that you've intaken too much fat. Stop thinking that it's down to the fact that your hormones are imbalanced. Stop thinking that it's down to your thyroid having issues. Because granted, these things may well be impacting your fat loss journey. I get that, and I'm not denying it. But if you first haven't had a look at your nutrition, if you first haven't, analysed how many calories you're eating and how many calories you're burning off in a regular day, thus whether or not you're in a calorie deficit or not, then you're focusing on the wrong thing, because that should be your priority. It doesn't matter which way you fuck it, calories will be the most important component within your fat loss journey. Always has been, always will be. And if some absolute cunt on Instagram or YouTube or social media in general is trying to sell you some kind of workout plan or diet plan or supplement, which they state will help with certain things outside of calories and therefore cause you to lose fat, such as activates your body's fat loss hormones, or will fill your body with ketones and therefore you will lose fat because your body will start burning them instead, or a workout plan which helps you get into a fat burning zone. Understand this, they are just slimy fucking pricks who most of the time have really, really, really good bodies. But much like them unsolicited dick pics that you get every now and then, it doesn't really matter about what it looks like. It's how they use it, which is the main thing to focus on. And these people may be in really, really good shape, but if they're promoting the fact that you need to use ketones or work out a diet based on your body type, or giving you a workout plan which gets you into a fat loss zone or whatever the fuck that means, then they will most probably be the equivalent to a 3-stroke joke. So stop looking at the complex things, stop looking at the things that could be affecting your fat loss efforts, and instead start thinking about the things and focusing on the things that will affect your fat loss efforts, i.e. calorie intake versus calorie expenditure. Your nutrition is the thing that's caused you to gain fat, not your ketones, not your hormones, not this, and this. Always keep that in mind and focus on the things that matter. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like, subscribe to this channel to catch the next one, and if you want any free fat loss or fitness-based content, feel free to follow my Instagram at k.p_health. Catch you in the next one. Have a good one.